Guess how much power it made right now? Bro, it made 668.
How much? My fucking heart is racing.
All right, so it's been a while since I've seen you guys. I've been busy, as you can see. We got the STI seats all in here, shift knob, center console, everything. This is the DCCD controller, essentially. Everything works how it should. I don't think the battery's plugged in. No, the battery isn't plugged in right now. But everything works. If you own an RS, normally you would see like your AC and the heater core all right here, but we deleted that. I'm gonna mount that guy. I'm gonna zip tie it to the cables that are back there. Seems like a pretty good mounting spot for that. And for the G sensor, it's essentially a sensor that measures how much G forces a car has. Like, let's say if you're taking like a hard left, you have a lot of G forces to the right. What the DCCD does is controls the power and make sure that the wheels with the most traction are getting the most power. So all that's all hooked up, all wired up great. The motor, on the other hand, definitely we need to get a little bit more work on that guy, but I'm not going to be able to do that guy. English Racing, they're going to be the ones to do that. They're going to do the full exhaust, they're going to do the full intercooler, as well as the radiator, because you can't fit the stock one because these ETS headers, they're just too freaking big. That's not going to work, so they'll probably get like a half-size radiator or something. I can't remember who it was, but I think it was PRE. They're the ones that actually tested it out, and the ETS header actually spools up quicker and makes more power on the top end. So that's why we chose the ETS headers. For over here, all we needed to do is just get the gauges all wired in. So right here we got the boost, I believe. Then right here we have the oil pressure, and then we also have the, I believe it's the AFR gauge. Oh, and by the way, this car is gonna need 2 keys now. So a key to open the doors and unlock them, and then a separate key, because this is an 07 STI swap, a separate key for this guy. So put on the battery. The security alarm is freaking out. Just go over here, lock it. I don't believe the wires to the fuel pump are connected right now, so you won't hear it prime. But everything else works as it should. You even get I even had to switch over to the 07 STI. I mean, it's gonna be really hard to see. The 07 STI drive pedal. So watch, you'll be able to hear the throttle body actually open and close. So that's pretty cool. Everything's working as it should, so I'm really happy about that. Don't mind the no gas. Like I said, those wires aren't hooked up or anything. All right, so I picked this guy up for like 24 bucks. It came with some soldering and 2 different tips as well. So we get to working on the back here. I'll show you guys real quick. My favorite feature so far of the build has been the seats. I really like the seats. I'm really glad that the seats just bolt up right away. The only thing that does suck about these seats is that, I mean, they weren't made for a coupe, so they don't actually fold all the way down. This is as high as they go. So, I mean, I'm not much of a big dude. I'm like 160, 170 pounds, and I even struggle trying like kind of squeeze in through right here. So I can imagine once we put the seats and all that stuff, maybe a little bit more difficult. I'm not too sure, but anyway, I just want to elaborate on that. So get these guys, let me get a shrink wrap over both of them. Let's get to it. So not too bad for a guy that doesn't know how to solder. I mean, you don't pay attention to that, but not too shabby for my first time in a long time. So got the shrink wrap right here, so I'll just heat it up, get that guy plugged in. Check it out, it's all nice and clean. So now we just gotta plug them in, test out the fuel pump, and should work out well. All right, so this is a gauge mod that we're gonna put essentially in the center console. So it's kind of like how mine is right now. Put it right there. And the only downside is you have to remove the old one This is the old one right here with the vents. You have to make a hole for it. So that's essentially what I did. Made a hole for that guy. And then this super rare, super JDM. No, I'm kidding. We just got this off of eBay. The fitment's all right. We're definitely gonna have to like hot glue gun this pot on there because it doesn't really fit. It doesn't fit horrible, but it doesn't fit all that great either. Here is gonna be pretty much the finished product of the engine bay. Got everything all mounted up. It's all mounted up, O2 sensor and all that stuff. Gotta wait for English Racing, but I do want to show you guys the gauges. Damn, that's one serious fuel pump, huh? So all the lights work. And the dimmer, that guy does work. It's kind of hard to see with the flash on. So that all works. This works right here. Let's see if the mirrors work. The mirrors do work, indeed work. Here, I'll show you on this one, that way it's a little bit easier to see. Everything like that does work. I'm super happy about that. And so you turn this on. It'll actually will say 07 STI, I believe. So everything showed up perfectly, so we're all set on that. But yeah guys, the GC is officially ready to go. Rock and roll to over there to English Racing. My car on the other hand, I mean my car is a piece of crap. I'll show you. My car is just gonna be chilling over here. Still waiting on the transmission for P&L. I'll show you guys pictures if you guys haven't seen it on my Instagram, but car is a piece of crap and we're still waiting on PPG billet shifter forks and rails. It's been on back order for like 2, 3, almost 4 months now. I lost track already. It doesn't really matter because I think it's winter time anyways. We're not gonna be racing in the winter, but I still want to have the car literally off jack stands because, I mean, if you guys are following the channel, know about the channel, or at least know about my car right there is the CEO of jack stands. It's kind of embarrassing, but it is what it is. So anyways, I'll see you guys later. Hope you guys have a Merry Christmas, and as always, stay tuned for what's to come.